Hello, welcome back to the channel. So let's do some more questions on the properties of definite integrals. So we'll do this question, and these type of questions are also very popular in the midterms and final exam. So we'll go with this kind of problem, and we have been given in this question that fx is an even function, and you have been given the definite integral from -2 to 2 fx dx, that is 10, and based on this information you have to calculate the definite integral of -2 to 0. And since you have been given that your fx is an even function, you can clearly judge that you'll use the properties of an even function in order to calculate this definite integral. And we know based on the properties of definite integrals that whenever we have a function which is an even function and we are taking a definite integral from -a to a of that even function, that is twice of the definite integral from 0 to a of the same function. Right? That is what we already learned in the previous videos when we covered the properties of definite integrals. So if you have not watched those videos, I would highly suggest you to first watch those videos in order to get the full context of this question. And now, since in this case our fx is an even function, so we can clearly use this property in order to calculate this integral, right? So now let's start with solving this question. And now based on this information, I can write this, right? That my definite integral from -2 to 2 of fx dx, since my fx is an even function, would be twice of the definite integral from 0 to 2 fx dx, right? And I also know from the properties of definite integrals that the definite integral from -2 to 2 of fx dx is equal to the definite integral from -2 to 0 of fx dx plus the definite integral from 0 to 2 of fx dx. And that is also the property that we covered in the last videos. And now based on these two properties, it would be very easy to calculate the integral from -2 to 0. So now let's move this expression down and first calculate the integral from 0 to 2 based on this given information. If we use these concepts and equate the left hand side and right hand side over here, we will see that our 10 is equal to twice of 0 to 2 fx dx, right? Because this expression over here is given to be 10. And now based on this information, I can easily calculate the definite integral from 0 to 2 for fx dx, that would be 10 divided by 2, which is 5. And now, since I have to calculate the definite integral from -2 to 0, let's use the second property that we discussed over here, which is this property, right? So we know that the definite integral from -2 to 2 fx dx is equal to the definite integral from -2 to 0 fx dx, that is the portion we have to calculate, plus the definite integral from 0 to 2 for fx dx. And this we already know that it is 10, this we calculated that it is 5. So if I move this expression over to the other side, it would become this expression minus this expression, which is 10 minus 5, and that is equal to your definite integral from -2 to 0 of fx dx. And now your final answer is integral -2 to 0 fx dx, that is 5 as well. And now based on this answer, we can notice a very important observation in this case, that whenever you have an even function and you're taking a definite integral from 0 to a for that function, that definite integral is equal to the definite integral from -a to 0. And that is an important observation that we discovered in this example. And if I have to write it down clearly, whenever you have a function, whenever your fx is an even function, right? Whenever your fx is an even function, your definite integral from 0 to a is equal to the definite integral from -a to 0. And you can always use this property in order to simplify your definite integrals and evaluate them easily. So that's it for this video. I hope you found this video interesting and also found a new observation based on the results that we calculated in this video. Feel free to comment down in this video if you have any doubts. Follow the channel in order to get notified about the other videos that I'll be uploading. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. Take care.